dear students, good morning. Myself, Dr. Ranjana. I will teach you lesson number 3, chemical substances and processes. So, are you ready, students? So, we studied many things in class 6. We have studied definition of matter also. What is the matter, students? Matter is the substance which has mass and occupy space, isn't it? And matter has been divided into 3 parts: solid, liquid and gases, isn't it? Now we will study more about matter. So first we will learn what is atom. Atom, it is the smallest part of any substance. We know that cell is the smallest part and basic part of any living thing. Like that, atom is the smallest part or basic unit of any substance. Clear? And many atoms combine to form molecules. Atoms combine to form molecules. So we will see the example. Suppose this is hydrogen. This is one atom of hydrogen. But when we write H2, then one molecule of hydrogen contains 2 atoms of hydrogen. Clear? So 2 atoms of hydrogen combine to form one molecule of hydrogen. So atom is the basic unit of any substance and molecule is formed by the combination of many atoms. Clear? Now we will study then pure substances. We studied in class 6 also. We elaborate those things. Pure substances and mixture, isn't it? So in pure substances, we can divide it into 2 parts. First is element. And second one, compound. So pure substances may be divided into element and compound. So what is element, students? Element is the substance which is made up of same kind of atoms. Example: hydrogen, sodium, calcium, etc. Isn't it? There are 118 elements till now. Scientists have invented 118 elements. Those have been arranged in periodic table by the scientists on the basis of their atomic numbers. You will study it in detail in your next class, in your higher classes. Clear? So element is the substance which is made up of same kind of atoms. And what is compound? Compound is the pure substance which is made up of same kind of molecules. Clear? As for example, we can say H2O. Have you heard the name of H2O, students? H2O is water. So it is a compound. Why? Because hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water. 2:1. 2 parts hydrogen, 2 atoms of hydrogen mixed with 1 atom of oxygen. 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen combined to form water. So it is in the ratio of 2:1. That means it is prepared in definite ratio, isn't it? So this is compound. Other examples of compound: HCl, hydrochloric acid, isn't it? CO2, carbon dioxide, etc. These are compounds. Clear, students? So pure substance we have understood. What is other substance? Mixture. So what is mixture? We will see. Mixture and compound. Generally, difference between compounds and mixture are asked. Compounds and mixture can be asked in the examination. The difference. So we must know what is compound. in compound, substances are mixed in definite ratio, but in mixture it is mixed in indefinite ratio. And in a compound you cannot separate the constituent in simple way, but in mixture you can separate it. So what is mixture, students? Mixture is the substance which is obtained by mixing two or more materials in indefinite ratio. Clear? Example: soil, air, etc. Clear? Soil and air are mixture because there are so many things mixed in soil and air which are not homogeneous in the atmosphere or in the soil. Sand may be more in one place, humus may be more in other place, so soil is a mixture. Clear, student? Now we will try to learn how to write chemical formula. What is chemical formula, students? Chemical formula is the formula which shows the atoms present in that substance. Clear? So for writing chemical formula, we must learn the symbol and valency of all elements and radicals which are given in your book. Clear? So suppose we want to write the formula of sodium chloride. We are studying how to write chemical formula. So first we must know the symbol of the element and radicals. So symbol of sodium is Na, and what is the valency? 1. Chloride -1, isn't it? Cl is the symbol. So why ion charge is given? Whenever charge is there on any element or radical, that is known as ion. That is known as ion. Understood? Whenever charge is there, that is known as ion. And whenever positive charge is there, that is known as cation. Positive charge. And whenever negative charge is there, that is known as anion. So you should remember it. Okay? Now we will learn how to write chemical formula. So we know the symbol of sodium and the charge is 1 plus because it tends to release 1 electron, and chloride is 1 minus because it tends to receive 1 electron. Clear? So now how to write? You put arrow, and these things 1, here also 1, are known as valency of the element or radical. So valency of sodium is 1, valency of chloride is also 1. Valency means combining capacity with another element or radicals to form any compound. Clear? So what we will do? We will write sodium, and this valency will go here in the downward position, and we will write chloride then, and the valency of sodium will go here. We will write in downward direction. But 1 is not written. So what will be the formula of sodium chloride? NaCl. Correct, students? So you have learned how to write formula of sodium chloride. We will discuss further more example. Okay? Note it down in your copy. Now we will write another formula. What is ion, student? Whenever charge is there on any element or radical, that is called ion. And whenever positive charge is there, that is cation. Whenever negative charge is there, that is anion. Now we will write the formula of calcium chloride. What is the symbol? You must know the symbol. Otherwise, you won't be able to write formula. And if you learn, then it will be very interesting, and you will like to write the formula. You will enjoy in writing formula. Okay, students? So what is the symbol of calcium? Do you remember? 2, and charge is plus. So this is cation now. And chloride, we know the valency 1, What is valency? Valency is the combining capacity of any element or radical with another one to form compound. Clear? You will remember it. Okay. Now we will reverse again. We will write Ca. One valency of chloride will go here and the valency of calcium will go here. So Ca1, Cl2. One is not written. So what we will write? Ca, Cl2. So interesting. So this is the formula of calcium chloride. Okay students. Now will we write more compounds? Formula of more compounds. So we want to write, suppose calcium, difficult one you want to write, calcium acetate. Nothing is difficult students. If you practice more and more, you will find it easy and you will say that it is very easy. So first what will we do? Calcium we will write symbol, then valency. What is the symbol of acetate? Do you remember? CH3 COO1, isn't it? Now we will reverse in the similar way. So Ca and the valency of acetate will go here and the valency of calcium will go at the downward place of COO. We will have to make it in bracket because 2 is applicable for all atoms. Okay. Now what will happen? We will not write 1, so it is Ca, CH3, COO whole twice. So in the case of acetate, what happens? We write first this part. Which part? Negative charge, anion part. Clear?
Yeah.
So we will write CH3, COO whole twice. Otherwise, it will be applicable only for this O. So we will must keep it in bracket and Ca. This is the formula of calcium acetate. It looks very difficult, but it is so easy, isn't it? So today we learned how to write chemical formula. We learned many things about iron, about atoms and molecules. So we will practice more and more examples in homework and we will study more how to write chemical equation in our next class. Thank you students.